Motherfucker is doing so much noise. What would you say was like the biggest month in terms of revenue for whatever company?
Pretty close to the 7 figures.
Okay, pretty close. Amazing. Bro, the high difference is crazy. I'm getting mocked. We're both psychopaths, bro. Amazing.
You're gonna fuck me up in Canada.
Yeah, I will, bro.
Only for 10 days of the month, we are over 100.
Over 100K.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is doing so much noise. What is up, guys? Welcome to my first YouTube video. And today we're gonna be asking millionaires, how did they get rich? I traveled all the way from Lisbon to Barcelona to be with one of my followers and crash at this place right now. So guys, it's gonna be an incredible video. They're gonna give us the secrets on how they got successful and what it takes to reach success and what actually separates those who make millions of dollars a month, a year, and those who stay stuck in the exact same place all their lives. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into the video and interviewing some crazy millionaires. So, for those who don't know you, bro, who are you and what do you do for a living?
My name is Zidan Mutlu. I'm from Australia and I build personal brands for a living.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So, brother, my first question to you is because for people to get to know your story, have you ever been broke before?
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
Okay. So, what did you do before this? What was like your life before getting into the online?
I would say normal middle class. I was a construction worker. I was a barber and a university student, and those times were definitely rough. But yeah, if I had to say that's when I was broke, I was pretty broke then. There's times I slept on the couch and shit, man, you know?
Bro, I respect that. Like, I feel like our stories are kind of similar, like middle class, and we had to grind our way out. So what would you say was like your turning point to get into entrepreneurship and to the online space?
Well, when I realized that I had millions of views every month, obviously there has to be a way to monetize off that, and a lot of people, they don't actually know how to monetize off that, but I was able to do that pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly. Amazing, amazing. Brother, I would say that right now your content is popping off on YouTube, Instagram, so you're one of like the biggest on the space content creators. What would you say it separates like the guys who are successful in the space from those like stay stuck in the exact same place for years?
Personality. People buy from people they like. That's something I think we've all seen and heard, that concept. And so the more you're able to display your personality, people like you because you're unique and you're an identity, okay? You're not just a TikTok dancer.
A TikTok dancer, yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of people are just copying other people's content instead of being original. Like, they try to put a persona online because they care too much about what other people think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, brother, imagine you're 27?
24.
24, sorry, bro. Sorry. So, imagine if you were 18 years old again, bro. Imagine Zidan from 18 years old. What would you tell him and what would you do, bro?
To be fair, what would I tell me at 18?
Yeah.
I would tell him just to not give a fuck about what other people have to think and just literally just post that fucking video. Just post. Work on yourself and gain life experience. The problem with a lot of young people when they want to get into this kind of space is they want to post, but they don't have really much life experience or value to give. So at 18, I would just chase life experience.
Life experience, amazing, amazing, bro. So we kind of have in common, we both left college in America, and now we're here doing the online stuff, and now we're here in Barcelona. Bro, what's something you say that in school they don't teach us about business?
That the salary is the way to go. In the school, you're taught about salary. You know, if you get this job, you get this much, but the real money comes when you can scale. When you can scale, and if you can find a scalable system, that's where the money's at.
Amazing. Bro, last question. Imagine, you're 80 years old in your deathbed, bro. What would you like to be remembered as, Zidan, bro? What would you like to be remembered?
A slick and sharp motherfucker.
Let's go. A fucking, what did you call it? A fucking psychopath.
A psychopath.
We're both psychopaths, bro.
There you go.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, bro. For those who don't know you, who are you and what do you do for a living, bro?
My name's Alfie. I go by Alfie Gets Hard on Instagram. Create content now for a living. Used to be a climate consultant, then went all in on personal brand. Created a pretty large fitness coaching business and now help others do the same.
Amazing, amazing. Like all this around because of you breathing. I'd say you're one of the biggest entrepreneurs right now in the online space, bro. What would you say is the biggest difference from the guys who actually succeed in the space and those who like stay stuck in the exact same position every year?
I think the only thing that's going to keep you in the same position every year Because if you're not willing to like put in the work that you know that you have to do, a lot of people know what they need to do, but they just keep delaying it for whatever reason,
Exactly.
and they overcomplicate.
Yeah, like
Simple, but not easy.
people need to stop avoiding the work that they know they need to do, but they're not doing it. Exactly. Okay, bro, if you don't mind me asking, what would you say was like the biggest month in terms of revenue for whatever company you want to say?
Probably last month.
Probably, can you give like a range or?
It's pretty close to the 7 figures.
Okay, pretty close. Amazing, bro. Congrats. That's huge. Like I'm impressed. You know, pretty big. Okay, what would you say was like the turning point for you to get into entrepreneurship? Like, what was your story like? Like, you used to work corporate. Talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I think it was growing up, looking around, seeing things that other people had. Maybe it was nice cars, maybe it was houses, maybe it was holidays. And I was doing the math from a young age. I started working when I was about 15 years old. I was working for like $15 an hour in New Zealand, which is like €7.
Yeah.
And I was doing the math and calculating if I wanted to buy these things, how many hours I'd have to work. And I was like, the math isn't mathing. This doesn't work. So I think I realized I need to stop trading my time at some point, and I needed to learn skills and skills that would allow me leverage to then not just sell my time, but sell the value and knowledge.
Bro, that's amazing. Like, I used to clean windows for a living also for $10 an hour, and I also realized the exact same as you. Bro, imagine, you're Alfie when he was 18 years old. What would you tell him? What would you do and what would you tell Alfie when he was 18 years old?
Say invest in more skills and invest in the time learning those skills, because that's the most valuable things you could have. If you took everything I had right now away from me, I know that I can build it back very quickly because I have the skills that I've learned. So as long as you have those skills, you're going to make yourself pretty irreplaceable and super valuable in any society. So I'd say invest in skills, best skills to know right now in 2025. Everyone talks about sales. Sales skills are amazing. You're always selling yourself. I'm selling myself right now. But I also think marketing. You can learn how to market, you learn how to attract leads and bring people into your business and make people interested about what you have to say. That's like one of the best skills you can learn. So start marketing, and the best person to market is yourself. Best brand to market is yourself. So I'd say start a personal brand. Start documenting what you're doing. Even if you're not there yet, you don't feel like you're an authority on the topic, document you becoming in the world.
Bro, this is amazing advice. One last question, bro. So I feel like a lot of these entrepreneurs have kind of the lonely wolf mentality, being locked in their room for 12 hours a day alone, no socializing. How important would you say that environment impacted you and helped you become more successful in life? How important was the environment?
It's a balance between taking the time to become the person who is going to be able to fit into that next level of social groups, but at the same time, like, I think there's too many people maybe that spend a lot of time trying to network and just network their way. It's like develop the skills and those people will be attracted to you because you become more valuable. But I also don't think you need to go it alone. There's other people that want to go where you're going. And I'd say the more people you can bring around you and take on that journey with you, it's going to be a lot less lonely ride. It's going to be a lot more important.
Bro, amazing advice, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for it.
No.
I saw you played some paddle, bro. I see.
Yeah, we're going to do a competition, I think.
I told you I lived in the US for 3 years, playing college tennis, natural everything behind. So yeah.
You're gonna fuck me up in paddle.
Yeah, I will. I'll teach you some stuff, bro.
I appreciate it.
I really appreciate you spending this time, bro. Thank you, man. So guys, as you guys saw, I just interviewed a multi-millionaire. He's made $900,000 last month, and just finished interviewing another guy who's made $100,000 in the last 10 days. This is for you guys to realize there is no limits in this life. It doesn't matter what background story, no matter what, they're giving you guys all the sauce and secrets on how they became successful. So guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel, it would mean a lot to me. I just flew from Lisbon, from Portugal to Barcelona to make this video for you guys. Stay watching until the end because I have something big for you. Okay brother, so for those who don't know you, who are you and what do you do for a living, bro?
My name is Finn Kwong and I help entrepreneurs scale a personal brand and also the content.
Also the content, amazing. So brother, my first question to you is kind of for them to get to know your story. Have you ever like been broke before?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was broke, but like I used to work in construction, making like $12 an hour.
Okay.
That was when I was about 18, finished school and just went into a low paying job. And then, yeah, 3 years later, I'm here.
Did you go to college or?
No.
No?
No, straight
Why
into
not?
the job site. I just was lazy, bro. I didn't see like the vision and I was like, fuck it, I'll just be a a construction worker, and
We
that's
have
it,
something
bro.
in common. I also dropped out, so yeah. Okay, bro. So what would you say was the turning point for you to start getting into entrepreneurship?
So for me, it was actually going into construction. So I went into a shit job and was like, this sucks, right?
Yeah.
And like in high school, I was pretty comfortable. After, I was pretty comfortable. But then as soon as I went into a really bad situation, I realized I do not want to do this for the rest of my life. I actually want to turn my life around and do something about it. So I think it's just putting myself in a really shit position allowed me to realize, holy fuck,
Yeah,
I really got to make a
Yeah.
change. I got to do something.
always say that when you're at the bottom, there is only one way you can go, and that is up. So
Yeah.
I feel the same. Okay, bro. So would you agree? A lot of entrepreneurs, like, they have that lonely wolf mentality, like locked in their rooms alone for 12 hours a day. Like, what do you have to say to those people? How important the environment was for your success? Having the right people around you.
Yeah, 100%. But I also feel like as you're becoming an entrepreneur, as you're character building, you need to go through the lonely period where it's just you've got no one else, because you get to this point where you're not good enough to be surrounded by the killers, but you're also better than your old friends, right? Because you're trying to make something out of your life, and all your old friends are just at home, I don't know, going out, partying and working. So there is a period where it is lonely, but once you get through it,
You find your
that's it.
people.
That's
Yeah, like
it,
we're
bro.
doing here in Barcelona.
Exactly,
Okay, bro.
bro.
One last question. If you were 18 years old again,
Yeah.
what would you say to Finn when he was 18 years old? What would you do? What would you tell him?
I would say just to not give a fuck what anyone else thinks. Like when I was 18, I used to always care about what people thought of me, and I eventually came to the realization that like my life I was living was basically based on everyone else's perspective of who I was, and I was just living for other people. So then, as soon as I realized that, made a change and started living for myself and just doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do, post content, be weird, be different. That's when I really started growing, and I started seeing success.
Yeah, like getting rid of all the haters as well. Like,
Yeah.
like I always say, you'll never meet a hater who is doing better than you, So,
Exactly, and no one cares as much as you think they do. They actually don't care.
bro, this is amazing.
My God,
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Bro, the height difference is crazy. I'm getting mocked. So, brother, for those who don't know you, who are you and what do you do for a living?
Man, first, thank you for interviewing me. Do many things for a living. First, I try to have as much fun as possible, but right now we're really focused on what you're seeing around you. We have a food brand, and it's way more than a food brand. We have a mission, is to help people be more healthy, and instead of throwing parties, we throw run clubs. That's what we do, yeah.
Amazing. Bro, so I'll say that you're a pretty big entrepreneur in the online space. Bro, what would you say is the biggest key, the biggest difference from those who actually make it in the space and those who stay stuck in the same exact position for years, bro?
I mean, there's two things I consider the most important. First, you need to be disciplined and really work hard every single day. Like, it has to be your main focus priority. That's very obvious. But then you need to figure out what's gonna work. Like, you have to work smart, because what I see is a lot of people working hard, but forgetting to working smart. You're gonna do the same that 100 people are doing and doing it a little bit worse than them, because you're gonna be the 101. But if you wanna be the first one, you have to do what 100 people are doing, do it better than them, and innovate.
And also, doing different. I feel like nowadays everybody's trying to copy the other people, business, the same stuff. Like at the end of the day, if you're yourself, I think you're gonna stand out in business.
Yeah, being honest, I have to say this thing. If you're gonna play a movie on the cinema, it has to be a movie. You cannot, you can do something different and it might work, but if you want to do a movie, you have to do a movie. If you're gonna do reels, you're not gonna do a 2-hour reel. Maybe it will work. Some things will work, but it's better if you adapt to what's working, and you do your own better than anybody else.
Yeah. Okay. Brother, if you don't mind me asking, what was the biggest month for the company ever?
The biggest move?
The biggest month in terms of revenue?
Well, I think it's being this month, I think. We've been only for 10 days of the month, I think 12 days of the month. And we don't really talk about the numbers, but we are over 100.
Over 100K?
Yeah.
Okay, bro, that's amazing. Congrats.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say was that turning point for you to get into entrepreneurship?
It was my partner who's over there.
Okay.
Talking, yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, I started with modeling, but he told me we can do this, and he made me trust.
You trust? Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, last question. Imagine if when you were 18 years old, you can go back in time. what would you tell to yourself and what would you do?
I would have a slow talk with myself because you need a little bit of time to make it believe, you know. And at 18, I was so different than I am now, and I would tell him like everything you're dreaming of, it's possible. You can do it. I'm getting goosebumps. So really enjoy the ride. Trust in yourself and start now because anything you put in your mind is possible. Like you are so much capable of everything, and we have this inside all of us. Like I'm not the only one who has this.
Yeah,
inside.
I believe like
This is inside all of us.
the only limits that exist are the ones you set in your own mind. I truly believe that.
That's for real. I get
Goosebumps.
goosebumps. You can see it, man.
Bro.
Thank you, man.
Muchas gracias, bro. So, brother, for those who don't know you, bro, who are you and what do you do for a living, bro?
My name is Mo. I started building personal brands at the beginning 2023 and then starting helping people work online and now launched software. That's what I'm doing most of the time. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So, brother, like when you were a child, back in your childhood, like what were the conditions like? Were you broke? Like,
Yeah, I was pretty broke. Like I grew up not in the best circumstances, so I knew I'm the only guy who can bring me out of the
whole
situation.
issue.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
like I think a man's life changed when he realizes he has no one to
Yeah,
save him. You
yeah.
know? Okay, brother. So, what was like the turning point for you to get into entrepreneurship? Like, what was the turning point? Like, there was a moment you were like in bed, like, fuck, you know?
To be honest, the first time I started traveling and saw the world with a different eye, I think everything changed from then because I really saw that fuck, the life is out there. You see a lot of people, entrepreneurs, like-minded people that travels. It's very inspiring, and then you saw like that it's actually pretty easy to make money online. And if you realize that money online is a thing, you're getting into it.
Okay, what is the best financial advice that you ever got from a mentor, like whatever, that helped you scale your business faster?
Yeah, just invest. Like if you're starting with your own personal brand or own business, stop investing into shares or crypto stuff.
Okay.
Invest in yourself to scale your business first, and that gives you like the biggest ROI, and then like kind of this vibe. Yeah.
That's live, okay. And bro, last question. If you looked at yourself when you were 18 years old, what would you tell to yourself when you were 18 years old?
Just do it, man.
Just
like
do it.
don't be scared to try things. Give a fuck what other people think because they think anyway.
Exactly.
So just live your life, be happy, and be in the moment. You know, very important.
Amazing, bro.
Thank you, bro.
So guys, if you don't know me, I'm Bruno and I just created a company where I host retreats for high-level entrepreneurs, a place where they can connect, do partnerships and learn from guys who make 7, 8, 9 digits a year. So guys, if you're interested, check my Instagram below, send me a DM, and if you want to connect with like-minded people that push you to improve in every single area of your life, DM me on Instagram.